Hello again. We've explored the profound influence of the child archetype, a symbol of potential and vulnerability within us. Now, let's delve into another captivating and often enigmatic figure from Carl Jung's rich tapestry of archetypes, the trickster. This isn't just a mischievous character. The trickster is a vital, unsettling, and ultimately transformative force that plays a significant role in our individual lives and in the collective human story. Understanding the trickster archetype, a boundary breaker. In Jungian psychology, the trickster archetype is a universal pattern of behavior and imagery that embodies paradox, unpredictability, and a challenge to established norms. It appears across cultures in mythology, folklore, and religion as figures like Coyote, Loki, Hermes, or even certain clowns and comedians. The trickster is often a god, a spirit, or a human-animal hybrid who consistently defies conventional rules and expectations. The trickster archetype is a symbol of ambiguity and paradox. The trickster is neither wholly good nor entirely evil, neither entirely wise nor completely foolish. They often combine contradictory traits, embodying the idea that life is not simply black and white. This ambiguity forces us to question our rigid categories and embrace complexity. Boundary crossing and subversion. The trickster loves to break rules, blur lines, and upset the status quo. They challenge taboos, dismantle rigid structures, and expose the absurdities in systems and beliefs that have become stale or repressive. This can be disruptive, but it's often necessary for growth. Mischief and deception. Often, the trickster employs cunning, trickery, and deception. Their actions might seem chaotic or harmful on the surface, but they frequently lead to unforeseen consequences that can be beneficial, revealing hidden truths or opening new paths. Creativity and transformation. By breaking down old forms, the trickster creates space for something new to emerge. They are agents of change, often leading to innovation and unexpected solutions. Their disruptive energy, though unsettling, is inherently creative and transformative. The shadow side of culture and individuality. The trickster often embodies the aspects of human nature or cultural norms that are suppressed or denied. They bring these uncomfortable truths to the surface, forcing confrontation with our own shadow aspects, those unacknowledged parts of ourselves. Primal and instinctual energy. The trickster is deeply connected to instinct and the untamed forces of nature. They represent raw, undiluted energy that resists domestication, reminding us of our own wilder, less civilized impulses. The Fool and the Wise One. They embody the paradox of the fool who, through their unconventional actions, reveals profound wisdom. By acting foolishly, they expose the folly of conventional wisdom or reveal truths that others are too afraid to acknowledge. The trickster's influence on life choices. The trickster archetype, like the child, exerts its influence on our lives, particularly when its energies are unacknowledged or unintegrated. Its presence can be both exhilarating and destabilizing, pushing us beyond our comfort zones. When the archetype is unacknowledged or unintegrated, imagine feeling a constant pull to break rules, even when it's self-destructive, or finding yourself in endlessly chaotic situations. Self-sabotage and destructive impulses. If the trickster's chaotic energy isn't consciously channeled, it can manifest as impulsive, self-defeating behaviors. This might involve consistently undermining one's own success, engaging in reckless actions, or making choices that lead to chaos rather than constructive change. Chronic instability and disruption. a powerful, unintegrated trickster can lead to a life marked by constant upheaval. Relationships may be volatile, career paths erratic, and financial situations unstable, as if an unseen force is perpetually stirring the pot. Resistance to growth and responsibility. The trickster's aversion to rules can translate into an inability to commit, take responsibility, or engage in the discipline necessary for long-term growth. Life choices might consistently avoid structure or accountability. Lack of authenticity due to deception. An unconscious trickster can lead to patterns of dishonesty, manipulation, or a constant masking of one's true self. Choices are made not from genuine intent, but from a desire to escape consequences or control situations through subtle deception. Perpetual conflict. The trickster thrives on challenging norms. When unintegrated, this can lead to an individual constantly finding themselves in conflict with authority, social norms, or personal relationships, creating unnecessary friction. Creative blockage or misdirection. While the trickster is creative, if its energy is unconscious, it can manifest as a block. A fear of breaking free from old artistic or intellectual forms, or a tendency for creative efforts to be misdirected or never completed. When the archetype is consciously engaged or integrated, when we acknowledge and work with the trickster's energy, it becomes a powerful ally for growth and transformation. Challenging limiting beliefs. A healthy relationship with the trickster allows us to question our own assumptions, rigid beliefs, and self-imposed limitations. This leads to bolder, more innovative choices that open up new possibilities. Embracing adaptability and flexibility. The trickster's comfort with chaos translates into an ability to navigate uncertainty and adapt to changing circumstances. This fosters resilience and allows for creative problem solving when life throws curveballs. Authentic self-expression and humor. It enables us to challenge oppressive norms in a constructive way, fostering genuine self-expression. Humor, particularly satire or irony, becomes a powerful tool for insight and connection, allowing us to laugh at our own rigidities. Facilitating necessary change. The trickster can be a catalyst for breaking out of stagnant situations or toxic relationships. It provides the impulse to disrupt what isn't working, even if the process is uncomfortable. Unlocking creativity and innovation. The trickster's disruptive energy, when harnessed, fuels breakthroughs in thinking, art, and problem solving. It encourages us to think outside the box and embrace unconventional approaches. Confronting the shadow constructively, the trickster helps us confront our own shadow parts, our denied flaws, desires, or capabilities in a way that can be both challenging and ultimately liberating. Working with and integrating the trickster archetype for freedom. Integrating the trickster archetype is not about becoming reckless or dishonest. It's about consciously engaging with its paradoxical, boundary-breaking energy to foster greater psychological flexibility, creativity, and authenticity. It's about becoming a wise provocateur of your own rigidities. Here's how we might work with the trickster archetype. Recognize its presence. Observe patterns of disruption. Notice recurring patterns of chaos, rebellion, or unexpected twists in your life, especially those that seem to derail plans or challenge authority. Pay attention to humor and irony. Are you drawn to satire? Do you use humor to deflect or to expose truths? How does humor function in your life? Dream analysis. The trickster might appear in dreams as a mischievous animal, a clown, a shapeshifter, or a figure who constantly breaks rules. Dreams offer clues to its unconscious activity. Acknowledge the impulse to break rules. reflect on situations where you feel an urge to deviate from the norm, even if you suppress it. What is that impulse telling you? Understand its purpose. Question the status quo. When you feel the trickster's energy, ask yourself, what old patterns, beliefs, or structures in my life need to be challenged or dismantled? What am I taking too seriously? Identify areas of rigidity. Where are you overly stuck, conventional, or afraid to deviate? The trickster often shows up to stir these stagnant waters. Embrace the paradox. Learn to hold conflicting ideas or emotions simultaneously. Life is rarely simple, and the trickster reminds us of that complexity. Channel its energy constructively, creative expression. Direct the trickster's disruptive energy into creative outlets. This could be art, writing, music, or any activity that allows for improvisation, experimentation, and breaking from tradition. Humor and play. Cultivate a healthy sense of humor, especially about yourself and your own imperfections. Engage in playful activities that allow for spontaneity and laughter. Strategic disruption. Instead of indiscriminate rebellion, learn to strategically challenge norms when it serves a higher purpose. This means knowing when and how to break the rules for positive change. Embrace change and adaptability. Consciously practice letting go of control and adapting to unexpected circumstances. See disruptions not as problems but as opportunities for new learning and growth. Conscious shadow work. Use the trickster's urge to expose hidden truths, to delve into your own shadow. What unacknowledged aspects of yourself are being revealed through your own self-defeating patterns or through projections onto others? The trickster is never fully tamed, nor should it be. Its essence lies in its untamable nature. Integrating the trickster means developing a conscious relationship with this wild, unpredictable energy. It's about learning to dance with chaos, to see the humor in life's absurdities, and to understand that sometimes breaking the rules is the most direct path to discovering new truths and achieving genuine freedom.